So I think the other one that we got a clue for, figure it out later, is to do the guys that slaughtered the beast. And say one of them is the butcher, presumably. Down below. Was it there? There's one up. Open one up there. Over here. 215.
Take him to the car, please. Get him wrapped and keep him right.
Hit her here. One swing. Get through the skull in stone or brain. I'll cut her throat when you've done it.
Here?
Yeah. Come on before she kicks up. You all right there, sir?
Never been on a farm, Charlie?
Mind your shoes now.
Okay. With this guy. Okay, so one of them is the butcher. The knife. I assume this is the butcher then. Ah, yeah. This is the butcher, Emil O'Farrell of Ireland. There we go, bingo. 3 more fates correct. Thomas was struck dead by a beast's tail. Shaitan was speared by a terrible beast. Emil O'Farrell the butcher was spiked by a terrible beast. They're on 18 of 60 so far. Okay. So Charlie, there was a Charlie as well. Presume he was talking to Charlie. Ah, okay. Charlie. Wonder if it's Bosun's mate. Could be Charles Minor. Look. Ah, so the ones that's still not confirmed is the only ones that's left on the list. Ah, makes it a bit easier, okay. Was knifed. We know who was knifed by, we just don't know his identity. You're right there, sir. Exploded. Oh man. Okay, see if there's a butcher's mate. No. Okay. Unknown soul blasted. Okay. So we got Charles Minor, so we still have to figure out who that tattooed guy was. Where's my Frenchman? Okay. Yeah, that's now a bit confusing. Check a few things. Ah, okay. What? Who's this guy with the monkey? The surgeon? No, that's not the surgeon. Is that the surgeon? Is the surgeon walks around with a monkey? Goodness. Self-consciousness in the 18th century, right? And this is one of the people that died with a cold. They're moving the body. And that guy with the hat. Okay. And he's like, what's this about? Okay. Slaughtering a cow over there. Chicken. In there. Pig. More pigs. Okay. Blah, blah. Okay. Also try and follow the blood trails, blood spatter trails. So we've already done this one, which was all the way there. And the corpse is down this way, goes round to the carpenter's shed. Yeah, so this is the one that confused me a bit, because he's talking about my Frenchman. Yeah, so he's talking about where is my Frenchman? Verdammt, the beast is dead. How did you kill it? Captain came up from the hold, said he chased it off, you should arrest. A case like that does not live for nothing. Ah, the one we wanted to check, right? We thought in this kerfuffle, in terms of the log, was enough captain cannot be trusted. Yes, we take the ship and sail east, trade Richard. And then mutiny, mutiny, fresh bastard, no! So the guy that got killed was part of the mutiny. Shot with the gun. But this was right after this, because we, in this scene, we still had the guy on the floor, right? Which I think was this one. And it might have actually been this guy that got knifed. And where did this guy come from there? Because we have these in here, those two people talking, and we think it was those two people conspiring, and then the third guy heard the talk of mutiny.
Put me down. Let go.
Easy now. You're in a bad way.
It's the squid. Where is my Frenchman?
The squid's gone. Your mate was torn apart.
The dad.
Your mate.
The beast is dead. How? How did you kill it?
We didn't. It left with the storm. Captain came up from the hold. Said he chased it off. You should rest.
A curse like that does not live for nothing.
I want to check what's happening outside this room. So yeah, these two guys got into a kerfuffle outside. This guy talked mutiny, I think. Somebody heard the mutiny talk. Is it this guy? Yeah. Comes up from below and hears talk. First mate's going upstairs from his cabin. This is the captain now going upstairs. And it might just be just at this moment that this guy died that these two started talking mutiny. Then this guy comes and overhears it. He's like, mutiny, mutiny! And the guy with the hat chases him with a knife and knifes him in the back. And he crawls all the way over here to die in that room. But while that has happened, this guy comes and like, are you crazy? And they struggle with the gun, and the guy's with the head gets blown off over here, so he dies. The other guy's still alive, but then one of the people from upstairs come down and clubs him as well. So both these two people die that were talking of mutiny, because it wasn't real mutiny, it was just fantasizing mutiny. But this guy just venting, yeah, so they were venting mutiny. This guy overheard it and think it's a real mutiny. Meanwhile, the first mate is actually doing real mutiny. Complex drama, man. So yeah, this guy died. These two vent mutiny talk. This guy think it's real mutiny talk. He's like, mutiny, mutiny! And this guy panics because he's heard rumors of other people talking mutiny, and thinks like, not upset the captain, so he stabs this guy in the back. The other guy's like, what are you doing? And comes and struggles with this guy. Okay, so we should check the next scene if that makes sense, because what didn't make sense is we thought one of these two were the mutiny guys, but they were actually, one of these were, maybe this guy was shouting at the mutiny, 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 whereas it makes more sense that it's actually this guy, but he got stabbed, he wasn't dead yet, he only got stabbed, and then these two guys got in a struggle, and the gun went off. So there's a stabbing in the next scene, which isn't actually the guy that dies. Isn't involved, or wasn't the mutiny guy. We think it's that guy. Okay, so check the next scene if there is a sound of a stabbing. Oh, that's gruesome. The sound of a stabbing, but not the guy involved in the kerfuffle. So then next up is this guy. Who's that guy? Now, so this guy first. So these two were in that room, mock talking mutiny. This guy went and stabbed the guy that was in that room. So let's check this. So the hypothesis is that there's a stabbing, overhearing the talk of mutiny, a guy misunderstanding what it's about. He runs away, got stabbed by this guy. The other guy's like, what are you doing? And starts struggling with a gun with this guy. And this guy's head gets blown off.
You know, Captain Cannon was roasted.
You have a plan?
Yes. Take ship and sail east. Trade wretched fish and shells for gold. Hey, who's there?
Mutiny! Mutiny! Fresh bastard! No!
Yeah, so he might have said that this guy said no, but you could almost hear the stabbing and this guy crawling away then. He's still being alive in this instance, and then he crawls into this. Just a mutiny, mutiny! Misunderstanding. And here's the real mutiny, yes. Was this after he shot this guy? The captain with the gun was threatening somebody over here. No. Okay, so the captain threatened this guy, but he got shot from the people below. And then everything was fine. Everything all happened at once. And then this guy comes and quells the fake mutiny. It's like, you're such a bunch of amateurs. Let me show you what a real mutiny looks like. He got clubbed. So the two fake venting conspirators had a disagreement because one of them stabbed this guy for thinking it's a real mutiny. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, and then the other guy, the real mutineer, came down. I was like, what you talking about? Meanwhile, this other guy crawled in there. Yeah. Let's check this one out as well. So, he was one of the fake conspirators, or venting conspirators. How do we phrase it? Vent mutineers, not really going to mutiny, just venting about it. Killed this guy when he disagreed about stabbing that other guy. And then, after this shot, after he got this guy got shot, maybe this guy was part of the real mutiny, but this guy wasn't sure about it, was just venting. And seeing the outcome of this struggle, one of the real mutineers came down and it's like, ah, you with the captain then? Boom, dead. Okay, so let's listen to this one. We'll check it first. Was clubbed. What's all this you damn fool? Okay, it's not a lot of sound in that. Let's listen. Coming down the steps.
What's all this, you damn fool?
Idiot. Because he thought it was just venting. And that guy's like, oh, he killed one of my co-conspirators, so he must be with the captain. Okay. And this is the first mate saying, oh no. What's the stream of blood for? And he sees this guy still crawling, knife in his back. Charles. Knifed by unknown. The bosun's mate, Charles Miner. I think this guy's French. That doesn't make sense. Is he French? Because he was the guy that we think was shouting, "Mutiny, mutiny!" That wasn't a very French accent. Oh. Charles Minor, France. Okay. And then he came and looked after him in there. And he was like, "Oh, I was trying to look after somebody." And then in here, yelling at Brendan. This is the guy that sat in the back and played out here.
Oh no! You're cut!
Don't leave me.
Bear up, son. I'll stay with you.
Tell Pete's mother I tried my best
Aye.
to pull him back, to save him.
You tell her yourself. Brennan! Bring the surgeon's kit!
Hold on, this guy's the first mate nationality. Oscar. Irish or Scottish? First shot of a gun by Captain Robert Whittle. And that was indeed that guy that got knifed. Shouting at Brennan, listening to, "Oh, you're talking to me, yeah?" And this guy, one of the real conspirators. What's going on? Oh man, one of our guys got killed. By the fourth mate. And this was a misunderstanding. Mutiny. Bosun's mate. Okay, so I need to check the Russian stuff as well. So this scene, together with the corpse, where was that? There was a tied up body bag type corpse, guy that died with the cold chest infection. Yeah. No. We'll try and find that. The ship. Not this guy, not this guy, not this guy. Not that guy. Ah, so but they're called the first chapter, yeah. That guy, this guy. So this The corpse was moved post-mortem. Solomon Syed, seaman, succumbed to tragic illness. Okay, check this out. Stop your cheating. Worry about yourself. Syed, get up. Drink something. Ah, okay, so the Russians might have been the ones playing cards rather than the guys that's dying over here. Because the Syed was the Indian. Was it Indian? Drink something. Okay. Where was the corpse? By the surgery. Okay. So this is the surgery then. No. It's gone up. The armory. Ah, this is the one, okay. So these two corpses are actually red. Okay.
Эй, уплевай, привязывай. За собой следи, мужчина. Саят? Саят उठो. कुछ पी लो.
Syed, not the Russian. The Russians were the ones playing cards. The one is accusing the other of cheating. Since the Russians. Ah, okay. The Russian? Drowned beast. Topman. Wait a minute. Unknown topman. From Russia. Shot by an unknown attacker. We'll have to check this. So we had in as unknown topman, but we just heard he's one of the Russians. And there's only one Russian topman. Okay, let's go. Oh, that was the guy we just identified. Okay, let's go. Drowned. So one of these unknown seamen from Russia. So either Alexei or Alarkus. They were on the boats though, on the rowing boats, which is where I thought they drowned from, because they got pulled overboard on the rowing boats. I'm wondering if it's that we didn't see any Russian there. Alarkus or Alexei? So it might be that these ones... Ah, no, it can't be this guy. He was crushed by cargo. This guy? The shooter, okay. Yeah. Another of the Russians. Okay. I'm just making a note that it was 2 Russian seamen that played cards. So that's the guys we heard about that were cheating. Ah, they were sleeping on the gun deck. Okay. Are these things that's hanging from the roof? Wow, okay. And we think Syed. Ah, okay, yeah. Succumbed to illness. Confirmed. But that means, let me check it out. Solomon Syed, they spoke in a language that they assumed he would understand. So Indians, so the other ones that were speaking to him might be Indian as well. William Wasim Abraham Akbar or Renfred Rajub.